It's quite a story here. It turns out one of the sheriff's friends ordered a Batmobile and wasn't happy with how long it was taking to deliver. The I-Team's Dan Noyes is here with a story that you'll see only on 7.
Well, Dan, your public money paid for the trip last week by the sheriff's investigators. 4 round-trip plane tickets, 3 nights of hotels, meals, rental cars, and a lot of overtime. All because of a friend of the sheriff can't wait for his Batmobile.
Real estate is a lot like surfing.
Sam Anagnostio is a real estate agent who lives in Atherton.
And suddenly, the perfect wave shows right up in front of you. You got to be ready to catch it.
This profile video he posted online shows Anagnostio likes expensive toys. He ordered a $210,000 Batmobile from the only builder licensed by DC Comics, Fiberglass Freaks of Logansport, Indiana.
You've wanted one since you were a kid, and now you can have your very own replica of the Batmobile.
Complete with roll-top dashboard, flashing beacon light, detectoscope,
and even a working flamethrower.
Owner Mark Raycup has 9 Batmobiles in production. He tells me Anagnostio was first in line and he paid $170,000, but then missed a $20,000 payment.
And he disappeared on me for over 8 months, almost 9 months.
Raycup moved Anagnostio to the bottom of the list. He'd have to wait a year and a half or 2 for his Batmobile.
He didn't like that. He exploded. He did pay off the entire car at that point, but he was absolutely livid to find out that his car was going to be delayed.
Anagnostio filed a complaint with Atherton Police, but last September, the San Mateo County District Attorney declined to bring criminal charges at this time, according to this letter to the Batmobile builder. Anagnostio also filed a lawsuit in San Mateo County Superior Court alleging breach of contract and fraud, but this past March, a judge dismissed the case, saying Indiana is the proper venue. Then, sources inside the San Mateo County Sheriff's Department tell me the realtor asked his Facebook friend, Sheriff Carlos Bolanos, to intervene. He sent a lieutenant, sergeant, and 2 deputies to Indiana. They raided Fiberglass Freaks last week, July 19th.
Then they showed the warrant saying that they were here to seize anything to do with his car. So I thought, oh, they're coming in to pick up his car, which is right behind me, by the way. So I thought I was going to have to move my other Batmobiles out of the way to be able to let them take this car.
But investigators took only 2 files of documents, according to the search warrant return. Raycup says they read his Miranda rights, brought him to the local jail for an hour, but let him go. He only later found out they got a warrant for his Gmail, contacts, and photos, that they froze his bank account and charged him in California with 2 felonies, obtaining money by false pretenses and diversion of construction funds.
I was horrified. I've never gone through anything like this ever before in my life. I am on the side of good. I as a Batman fan since I was 2 years old, this was a completely opposite side. I loved 66 Batman, and Batman always stood with the law.
I interviewed the San Mateo County Deputy District Attorney prosecuting this case.
You wrote a letter to Raycup in September of last year saying that there would be no criminal charges. What changed?
Additional investigation. The detectives were able to obtain search warrants and obtain additional evidence.
Marie McLaughlin would not discuss that additional evidence or the sheriff's unusual step of sending 4 investigators across the country for what Raycup argues is a simple business dispute.
After the case went nowhere with the first criminal case, the civil case, is the sheriff stepping in for a friend here?
I can't speak to that. I have no knowledge about what relationship, if any, the sheriff has with the victim.
I wanted to talk to Sheriff Bolanos about Sam Anagnostio and about the use of public funds. 4 round-trip airline tickets, hotels for 3 nights, meals, overtime. He didn't return my repeated calls and texts to his personal cell phone. His office confirmed he's away on a month of vacation. He leaves office in January after losing the election. The undersheriff now in charge, Mark Robbins, and the department spokesman, Lieutenant Eamon Allen, refused my request for an interview, citing the ongoing investigation.
I just can't imagine why it's in criminal court. It shocks me that it's in criminal court.
I ran the case by Tony Brass, former prosecutor for San Francisco and the U.S. Attorney's Office. He says the squabble over a luxury item, the Batmobile, belongs in Indiana civil court, with no involvement by the San Mateo County Sheriff's Department.
It simply defies reason, in my view, why so many people, so many high-ranking members of law enforcement would have to go and enforce something so unnecessary and so trivial.
I did reach Sam Agnostio by phone in Greece where he's on vacation. He was surprised when I asked about the Batmobile. He said, quote, "I'm dealing with someone privately on that." I asked him, "Who's that?" He hung up.
Investigating this story, I learned something more about Mark Rakup. He's a minister.
Good evening.
I watched his church sermon this past Sunday online.
It's the only thing that helps me through this, Dan. I should expect trials and tribulations. It's just part of being a Christian. And as a preacher, this is an attempt to besmirch my reputation.
I reached the lawyer for Sam Agnostio. He also didn't want to go on camera, but said his client is returning from Greece in a few days, and both of them will sit down for an interview. We'll see. Mark Rakup tells me he'll be flying here for his first court appearance in 3 weeks. And Dan and Karina, I'll keep an eye on this.